completed a couple of quests, and we're back in New Atlantis to turn the quests in. Off camera, I just kind of sold a bunch of stuff here at the Trade Authority kiosk, and I basically took all their credits and sold a bunch of the miscellaneous stuff. I can't seem to find any use for this stuff at the moment, so I guess for some of the cheap, like some of the more common ones, I'd start selling them. But we'll see.
Gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised every time.
One other thing is leveling up. So I have 3 skill points right over here. So I found this, security, which is basically hacking. And we'll take that. Pick 5 locks. And then this one, I think, is pretty useful. Increased ship turning rate and maneuverability. That was one of the things I was struggling with the space battles, was the turning rate. And then... What else? I want to do some of the social ones. Commerce. Yeah, why don't I do that? The quicker I do this, the more it benefits me, I suppose. Should have taken it before I sold the stuff, but I still have the stuff to sell. Whatever. Yeah, so let's head to first the bank, and then wait, what's this for? Mantis. Huh.
No bounty.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna go to the bank to finish up my bounty work. And then I'm gonna head to Mass to finish up the UC. Where's the bank? Bank might be commercial, right? To finish up the UC quest. Bank. Oh right, bank should be right over here. Gal Bank? Was it? Gal Bank. Galaxy.
Good luck out there. I mean it. My favorite credit analyst is back. You got Mr. Maliki to pay up, alive no less. Now this is what I was hoping for. My superiors are thrilled, ecstatic.
That's the spirit.
Okay, I did my part, now do yours.
Absolutely. Listen, I'm really feeling this working together, aren't you? So if you want another delinquent, let me know. We'll keep this going. But here is your well-deserved finder's fee. I threw in a little extra for handling it well.
Okay.
I got a new job for you, if you're up,
I'm up for it.
So chalk this one up to a very fine but clearly overworked credit checker that accidentally approved a sizable loan, then turned out to be murdering space scum. A real black guy.
Oh, I hate when that
know.
happens.
I'm thinking conversation is not really going to be an option on this one, friend.
I just killed a bunch of them, no worries. How did this even happen?
It's all a matter of scale. Gal Bank processes umpteen loans a day. Inevitably, mistakes are made, and that's when I get the call. A sort of fiscal circle of life, if you will.
Time to hunt down a spacer.
Oh, you are really something, you know. Here's all the details, and thanks.
Okay. So I guess these are just like repeatable missions. And then we'll head to Mast. And this will turn in the quest line for the Xenomorph sample thing. Or Terramorph sample, not Xenomorph. Wrong series. Fail.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
Huh. This is what I'm curious about. Clone of a man? How does that work?
A non-trivial amount of gene editing.
Like, I don't get
Clone,
why, though.
honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked.
Are there others from your program still out there? Other clones?
I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it.
This Ve Victus must have been an impressive commander for the UC to want to clone him.
He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
What did your father do to merit being executed?
He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the Colony War to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him.
Say first, and you're not your father. If the cabinet doesn't see that, it's their problem, not yours.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or, if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
Your eyes, they're red. Is that a result of the cloning process?
That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place.
So I guess
it became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
Any suggestions to what I should say to the cabinet?
It's hard to know exactly what might sway them. I'd just be honest about what you saw. A colony wiped out, and a lot of lives lost. Something we don't want anyone else to have to experience.
So honestly, what's the risk of us accessing this data?
Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
Okay. Actually, I need to go take care of a few things.
Come find me when you're done.
Because I just want to talk to Sarah first. Where's Sarah? Should be running to me any minute now. I lost her. There we go.
Here, I have something for you.
Oh yeah, so I already talked to her once before, but I wasn't recording, so I decided to back out of the conversation so I could record it, just in case she had anything important to say. A gift for me? You shouldn't have.
Oh, you're incorrigible. I picked it up on one of our latest planetary expeditions. I'm more than just an extra gun, you know.
Next time, I expect this to be gift wrapped.
Sure. And I'll include a thank you card as well. Check back with me from time to time after we return from our planetary jaunts. If I pick anything up, it's all yours.
Ooh, structural. Ooh, got it. And
thanks for taking time to chat.
There's this.
I really need a friendly ear right about now. I received a message from Constellation, and it's given me a lot to think about.
If it's an emergency of some kind, we can head there right away.
No, it's nothing like that. It's just a list of requests. Things I would normally handle if I was there. But I'm not. I'm out here instead with you.
It's not so much the message itself, it's what it represents.
Exactly. But let me back up a bit so I can explain. Before I joined Constellation, I served for 8 years as the head of the Navigator Corps, until the UC decided to axe the department.
Okay. What exactly was the Navigator Corps?
It was a branch of the United Colonies Navy. A small fleet of ships outfitted for galactic exploration. Basically, a military version of Constellation.
Okay. Must have been painful considering that was your department.
Yeah, I suppose painful is an appropriate way to put it. You see, the top brass demanded press-worthy discoveries to justify the spending, and money was tight after the war. Shutdown was inevitable. At the end of the day, I was in charge, so the blame obviously fell on my shoulders.
I feel like in this world where, like, anyone can have a spaceship, you might as well freelance this type of exploration anyways. Which war were we talking about? Like the war they kept mentioning for the past like 8 hours. You were clearly fighting some impossible odds.
Yeah? You once told me that you favored the journey over the destination. So I'm hoping you'll understand what I'm trying to say. I failed because I was more concerned about exploring the stars than pushing a pencil. Because of my lack of foresight, all I ended up with was a shattered division and a bunch of excuses.
Your division never had a single significant discovery?
That depends on your definition of significant. Discover a rare neutron star, and no one cares. But slap a picture of a kooky alien life form on SSNN, and suddenly you're a goddamn rock star. It's all about the propaganda, what gets the people excited. That's what the United Colonies was focused on at the time.
Well, no matter how hard you fight, there's some battles you can't win.
That's just it, though. They left me to my own devices, and yet I somehow screwed everything up.
So this message, you're taking it as a sign of things to come.
Yes, maybe. Call it whatever you want. My drive, my initiative, my optimism. It's been my greatest strength and my worst nightmare. It elevates me to these positions of authority, but all I want to do is explore, not sit and make sure all the accounts are balanced.
I mean, yeah. There are companies where owners or whatever hire a different CEO just to... so that they can focus on the other side. Like Linus Tech Tips, for instance, is a prime example of this.
Oh, you have no idea how tempting that sounds. But then dumping everything I've worked so hard to achieve, it's like I've wasted another decade of my life. I can't do that. So frustrating.
Nah, don't worry, Sarah. We'll figure this out together.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Oh, here you are trying to help me and I'm yelling at you. You have to understand. Once Aja retired, I lost the only person that gave a damn.
I don't know. Still feels a little bit forced. I'm gonna say ouch. And right to my face, too.
You'd think I'd realize by now that I can always depend on you to lighten the mood. Wow, that was a hell of a ride, wasn't it? Oh, I'm sorry to put you through all that. But thank you for being there and listening. It helped. It really did.
Okay, let's go. And... oh yeah, and this gun. I picked up during the last fight, I guess.
No! No! Stop that! You're going to kill someone.
It seems like it's pretty strong, so I'm gonna use it for a little bit. I'm gonna walk in the cabinet with a giant sword.
Still no word from the cabinet. Anything you wanted to discuss in the interim?
Nope, don't have questions.
And I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Okay, that's our cue.
Sounds like our cue.
See ya.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
Thanks. Cabinet chambers... Interstellar affairs. Yep, I'm not waiting for her. So slow. And then... let's see now. Not here. There we go. Oh.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Very sincere there. Sarcasm. Hadrian made it clear that addressing this issue required the utmost urgency.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have 2 petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Remind me, what's kept in these archives? We're still trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without that data.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the Chief Diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
I only know what I was told. It's tissue match ones from Londinian.
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I feel like these answers, none of them were great. It's almost setting us up to fail. Huh. If the fear of the dead... Yes, if the fear is the data being weaponized, the Terramorph program failed. The data is not dangerous.
It doesn't matter if it can be weaponized or not. The archives need to remain sealed for now. There's no reason to rush into a decision of this magnitude.
That? I hadn't thought of that, Captain.
An excellent point indeed. The other powers would likely be much more inclined to work with us knowing that. Chief Diplomat.
That point is a good one. Very well, you have my agreement. The galaxy is lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to...
Guns ready.
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
Reload.
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks.
Hell yeah, baby! Let's go!
God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures... evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later.
Yeah, let's talk about it for a little bit.
Order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
All right, let's go. Inaccessible. Damn it. Take the peasant elevator here. Wrong floor. Oh wait, no, the NAT station.
You! The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
Stop! We're trying to help you!
Please!
How do I?
I can't stop!
Nope, whatever. Oh, so that's the whale. I was wondering where that is. Okay, so the weapon should be here somewhere, I guess. Oh, here we go.
That's it. Now hit him with everything you've got.
Take him down. Got him.
Where did they get EM weapons? They're just shooting regular guns. Sarah.
Stop them! Do it now!
Sarah just throws a grenade.
They're still in there! Don't hurt them! You okay?
I mean, alive. Probably dead.
Thank God that's over with.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way
Yes,
those
Sarah just threw a
people were
grenade at them.
I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Does this mean I need to worry about you turning on me?
I honestly was just wondering the same thing. But no, you don't need to worry about me. I've had a Terramorph try it on me before. I'm not susceptible. So we'll just have to make sure to watch out for each other down there.
Are you suggesting Terramorphs can control someone's mind?
I'm not suggesting. It's documented behavior. The result of the projection, though, can vary wildly. Some folks just shrug it off. Others hallucinate. and some lose control altogether. They'll lash out at anyone around them, but still be aware while they're doing it. Those cases, you'll either need to knock them out with EM fire, or free them by killing the Terramorph.
Sounds like we need to hustle.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Okay. And, let's put this on... 4, and then 5 here. Spaceport.
What was that? My God, no time to waste, Captain! Boots in the dirt!
Has been issued for the Spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
Shoot it! Shoot it! You might back up! Don't stand there!
No ammo. This boy is tanky. Oh, damn. Nope. Ready. No grenades.
Experts?
Them?
We've got the remaining
You gotta be
creatures
kidding
locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't force them taking over any more money. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Okay. Now you're talking. Okay. 5 Maelstrom. Fragment mine. Armor piercing rounds. Yeah, I'll take it anyways. I mean, okay, 11mm. I'll put this on number 5 since ran out of ammo. Okay, this one's a lot weaker.
I can handle this!
Ooh. God damn it, Sarah.
Captain! You're going to be okay! It's not real! Whatever you're experiencing right now is not real! We have to put down that floor! Yeah? I'm going to end you!
Sarah just chucking grenades left and right.
You're not gonna leave me, are you?
Don't care.
This is useless. You've already lost.
I'm hitting the limbs because this is supposed to be a crippling gun.
Help! Help! They're gonna kill me!
I don't care about you enough to care. Let's see its face. Okay. What else? That's my ship.
Those things.
Is there another one somewhere? What's next? Eliminate Terramorphs, speak to fire team. Okay, so that suggests there's another one somewhere. So I will talk to these guys then.
Don't let them get into your head.
I'm never going to skip an arms practice again as long as I live.
Is this my fire team?
Rumors don't...
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with Terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
Are you sure you're not gonna turn on us up there?
We're not afraid. But we'll stay here and hold the line if that's what you want. You're the experts.
I'll get you guys to watch our backs.
Roger that. We're on you. Eyes open.
I mean, we killed one already, so... Yeah, where's the other one? This one's EMP, this one has like no ammo left. Oh, here it is. Ah. Let me just equip some mines.
What is this, a new surprise? Let's see how quickly it can die.
All wrapped up.
Okay.
We should go tell the sergeant what happened.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
heavens you're back in one piece. I guess our people weren't so lucky.
The sacrifice wasn't vain. The city's safe now.
The few protecting the many.
And it would have been plenty more if it hadn't been for the two of you. The city owes you both a debt after this.
We were just in the right place.
I'll get a promotion now, right?
Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Okay. Let's go.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your... Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
I take my gratitude in credits, real estate, or luxury goods.
I had some ideas on that front, Captain, but we'll get to that. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Me? Why not send a diplomat? Someone's trained for this sort of thing.
The Cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of terramorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The Cabinet was unanimous. They want you.
If you're sure that's the wise course of action.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. Get you access to those credits and real estate.
Hell yeah. No more waiting 10 years.
Will you help us?
You can count on me, man.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that date.
I wonder if
we're on the cutting edge of technology here.
If you finish the probationary mission, and then you just like slept for 10 years.
Heroes were minted down.
Would you still be a citizen? Like, is there something in the game that lets you be a citizen, even though you haven't done this mission?
You.
And is there even a date? I guess there's not really a date that kind of shows you. Because you know in Fallout, the date kind of keeps just going, like on the Pip-Boy, and then you can just like wait 10 years.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
Okay. Yeah, I guess this was a pretty long video, so I will end this one here. I'm actually going to check out the well first. Which was basically a side mission. Where was it? Investigate brownouts at the well. I'm guessing it's those leeches there. Okay. So I'm gonna make it safe, and then I'll stop the video here, and I will keep going.